An explosion of camera flashes, roaring crowds, and one moment that instantly shook the internet: what really happened between Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner at Coachella 2026. Before we dive deeper, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments, because this isn't just another celebrity rumor. This is the moment that finally pushed Timothée to speak out after staying silent for so long. It all started with a short clip that went viral within hours. In that footage, Timothée and Kylie were seen incredibly close, sharing laughter, and caught in a moment that immediately sparked intense speculation. Social media erupted. Fans and netizens began analyzing every second. Was this a serious relationship, just a festival vibe, or something much deeper that had been kept hidden from the public eye? Within hours, their names were trending worldwide. Search terms like Timothée Chalamet-Kylie Jenner relationship, Coachella 2026 viral couple, and Timothée Chalamet interview Kylie Jenner skyrocketed. This was no longer just celebrity gossip, it had become a global talking point, fueled by curiosity, mystery, and the power of viral media. But what made things even more intriguing was Timothée's silence. For days after the viral moment, there was no clarification, no denial, no confirmation. Just silence. And in the world of celebrities, silence often speaks louder than words. Fans began dissecting everything: body language, eye contact, even slowed down clips searching for hidden clues. And then, the moment everyone had been waiting for finally arrived. In an exclusive interview that quickly captured international attention, Timothée Chalamet broke his silence. Calm, composed, yet undeniably deliberate, he addressed the situation in a way that only deepened the intrigue. He explained that what happened at Coachella wasn't something he was trying to hide, but it also wasn't something he wanted to turn into a spectacle. He emphasized how much he values his privacy, especially when it comes to his personal life. However, for the first time, he openly acknowledged that his connection with Kylie Jenner is real. That single statement sent shockwaves across the internet. Because for the first time, he wasn't dodging the narrative, he was stepping into it. But here's where things take an unexpected turn. Midway through the interview, Timothée made a subtle yet powerful statement that left fans even more curious. He said that whatever relationship he's experiencing right now isn't about labels, it's about a genuine connection. That line alone sparked endless debate. Does this mean they're not officially dating? Or does it suggest something even deeper that they're choosing not to define publicly? Meanwhile, Kylie Jenner has remained relatively quiet. No direct confirmation, no outright denial. But her social media activity has only added fuel to the fire. Subtle posts, carefully curated images, and timing that fans believe is anything but coincidental. Every detail is now being interpreted as a possible hint. Back at Coachella, the very place where it all began, multiple eyewitnesses have started to share their perspectives. They describe Timothée and Kylie as incredibly natural together, far from anything staged or forced. Some even claim they looked like a couple who had been together for quite some time. At this point, the story has evolved into something much bigger than a viral moment. It's no longer just about what was seen, it's about what hasn't been fully revealed. It's about piecing together fragments of truth in a world where image and reality often blur. And now, we reach the payoff everyone's been waiting for. The truth, or at least a glimpse of it, lies in Timothée's honesty. While he didn't provide a fully defined answer, he gave enough insight to confirm that what happened wasn't random. It wasn't accidental. It was real, just not fully explained. He chose not to label the relationship, but he also didn't deny it. And in a world where celebrity relationships are often overexposed or overscripted, this kind of ambiguity feels strangely authentic. It keeps the mystery alive while offering just enough clarity to satisfy the audience, at least for now. So where does that leave us? The public may not have all the answers yet, but one thing is certain: Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner have captured global attention in a way few celebrity moments ever do. Whether this is the beginning of something long-term or just a chapter in their lives, it has already become one of the most talked about stories of the year. And the real question is, what happens next? If you have your own theory about their relationship, drop it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more viral celebrity news, exclusive updates, and the hottest stories happening right now. Because this story is far from over. Just when the conversation around Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner seemed to settle, a new wave of revelations began to surface, pushing this story even deeper into the spotlight and keeping the world locked in. Behind the scenes of Coachella 2026, insiders started to quietly share details that painted a more layered picture of what really happened during those viral moments. According to multiple sources, Timothée and Kylie didn't just cross paths randomly. There had been subtle interactions leading up to the event, private gatherings, mutual circles, and shared spaces that were never meant to be public. And suddenly, the narrative began to shift. This wasn't just about a spontaneous festival connection anymore. It hinted at something more intentional, more consistent, something that had been building long before the cameras caught up with them. Fans who had initially dismissed the moment as just Coachella energy began revisiting their assumptions. Online forums exploded. Viral threads dissected timelines, matching outfits, and even background details from unrelated posts. Some users claimed they had spotted hints months earlier, brief glimpses of overlapping locations, similar aesthetics, and cryptic captions that now seemed far more significant in hindsight. Then came the twist that no one saw coming. A close source reportedly revealed that Timothée had been extremely cautious about going public, not because there was nothing to say, but because there was too much at stake. His career, known for its artistic credibility and carefully curated image, had always maintained a certain distance from mainstream celebrity narratives. Being linked publicly to Kylie Jenner, one of the most recognized figures in pop culture, was bound to create a collision of worlds. And that collision is exactly what we are witnessing now. But here's where things get even more intense. In a follow-up appearance, Timothée subtly doubled down on his previous statement. Without directly naming Kylie, he spoke about protecting something meaningful from becoming content. That phrase alone sent shockwaves across fan communities. Because it suggested that whatever is happening between them isn't just casual, it's something he values enough to shield from the chaos of public consumption. Meanwhile, Kylie's side of the story continues to unfold in a different, more visual language. Her recent public appearances have sparked even more speculation. Body language experts, fashion analysts, and entertainment commentators have all weighed in, noting a shift in her demeanor. More reserved, more selective, yet somehow more intentional. Every appearance now feels like a statement, even when nothing is explicitly said. And then, another moment that reignited everything. A newly surfaced clip, allegedly from a private after-party during Coachella, shows what appears to be Timothée and Kylie sharing a quiet, almost intimate conversation away from the crowd. The clip is short, grainy, and far from conclusive, but it was enough to send fans into a frenzy once again. Because sometimes, it's not about what you see clearly. It's about what you feel is happening beneath the surface. At this stage, the story has evolved into a cultural phenomenon. Media outlets are no longer just reporting, they are speculating, analyzing, and even predicting what comes next. Headlines continue to dominate search engines, and the demand for updates shows no sign of slowing down. But let's pause for a second, because this is where things get even more interesting. What if the real story isn't about confirming whether they are officially together? What if the real story is about how two individuals from completely different worlds are navigating something real in an environment that thrives on exposure? That perspective changes everything. Timothée Chalamet, known for his introspective roles and low-key presence, and Kylie Jenner, a global icon built in the center of media attention, this dynamic alone creates a narrative that feels almost cinematic. Opposites in visibility, yet somehow aligned in this moment. And maybe, that's why the world can't look away. Now, as we move toward what could be the next phase of this story, one thing becomes clear: the silence, the subtle confirmations, the carefully chosen words, they are all part of a bigger picture that is still unfolding. There are whispers that the two may make a more public appearance together in the near future. Some insiders suggest a red carpet debut could be on the horizon, while others believe they will continue to keep things understated, letting speculation do the talking. Either way, the anticipation is building. Because whether they confirm it or not, whether they define it or leave it open-ended, Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner have already created a narrative that has captivated millions. And here's the final thought. In a world where everything is often overexposed and overexplained, maybe the reason this story resonates so deeply is because it isn't fully revealed. It leaves room for curiosity. It invites interpretation. It keeps us watching. So the question isn't just, are they together? The real question is, how will this story unfold next, and will we ever get the full truth? If you've made it this far, you already know this is more than just a headline. Drop your theory in the comments, share this with your friends, and stay tuned for the next update, because when it comes to stories like this, the biggest moment might still be coming. And just when it felt like the story had reached its peak, another unexpected layer began to emerge, one that shifted the focus from speculation to something far more complex, far more human. Behind the flashing lights and viral clips, sources close to Timothée Chalamet began hinting at the emotional weight he has been carrying throughout this entire situation. Unlike the fast-paced, often superficial world of celebrity headlines, those who know him describe a very different reality, one filled with careful decisions, internal conflicts, and a constant balancing act between public expectation and private truth. Because for Timothee, this was never just about being seen with Kylie Jenner at Coachella 2026. It was about what that moment would represent. The internet, however, doesn't wait for context. It reacts instantly, often shaping narratives before the full story has a chance to breathe. And in this case, the narrative was already running at full speed. Edits, fan theories, reaction videos, millions of pieces of content all trying to answer the same question, yet none of them truly definitive. But here's where things take a deeper turn. A respected entertainment insider revealed that Timothee had actually anticipated this exact scenario long before Coachella. According to the source, he was fully aware that any public interaction with Kylie would ignite global attention. And yet, he didn't avoid it. That decision alone speaks volumes. Because it suggests intention. Not necessarily the intention to go public, but the willingness to stop hiding completely. A subtle shift, but a powerful one. And then, almost like a ripple effect, more details started to align. Reports surfaced that the two had been spotted in the same circles multiple times in recent months: quiet dinners, private events, even overlapping travel schedules. None of these moments were confirmed at the time, but now, when placed side by side, they begin to form a pattern that's hard to ignore. A pattern that points toward consistency. And consistency, in a world like theirs, is rarely accidental. Meanwhile, public reaction continues to evolve. At first, it was shock. Then curiosity. Then intense speculation. But now? It's something else entirely. There's a growing sense of investment from the audience, as if people are no longer just watching the story, but emotionally participating in it. Fans are choosing sides, forming opinions, even defending decisions that haven't been fully explained. And that's where the pressure builds. Because every move, every appearance, every silence now carries weight. Take, for example, Timothee's recent public outing just days after his initial statement. Observers quickly noticed a shift, not dramatic, but noticeable. His demeanor appeared more grounded, more composed, as if the act of finally addressing the situation had lifted a certain burden. But at the same time, there was still restraint. Still that careful distance. As if he was revealing just enough, but holding something back. And that something has become the center of attention. What is it that he's not saying? What part of the story remains just out of reach? On the other side, Kylie Jenner's presence in this narrative continues to grow in a quieter, yet equally powerful way. She hasn't needed to give interviews or make statements. Her influence operates differently, through visibility, timing, and subtle cues that her audience knows how to read. A recent appearance, in particular, caught everyone's attention. No words, no direct references, but the symbolism was undeniable. The styling, the mood, even the music in the background of a short clip, it all felt intentional. Not confirmatory, but certainly not random. And just like that, the conversation reignited. Because in stories like this, silence isn't empty. It's strategic. Now, as the timeline continues to expand, another question begins to surface, one that goes beyond whether they are together or not. What does this connection actually mean for both of them? For Timothee, whose career has been built on depth, artistry, and a certain level of detachment from mainstream celebrity culture, this moment represents a shift. Not necessarily a contradiction, but an evolution. And for Kylie, who has spent years at the center of global attention, constantly navigating public perception, this could represent something different as well, a move towards something more grounded, more personal. Two different trajectories. One unexpected intersection. And that intersection is exactly what the world is watching unfold